Hey everybody, welcome to Shapes 2, the next episode. So I still haven't gotten a blueprint going. So I just have the two milestones that I've been working on. That's about it. Haven't changed anything in the milestones. They're still the same. Haven't done any kind of work there whatsoever. There was nothing to redo, for either one of them. They're both running just fine as far as blueprints go. Yeah. So I took apart my task zone. Remember, I had my pin task zone. If you haven't seen previous ones, so this is where, and I'm going to have to expand it now because I got to go 5 pieces. Because a lot of my pin tasks were going 5, and I'm going to go, if I'm going 5 with the pieces, I'm going to go 5 with this, so I have to kind of redo this area. I'm going to make it a bit bigger, probably bring the pieces in over here, and then bring the colors in, maybe down here, and have this whole area to play around with. Pretty quickly here, when I finish the next milestone, I'm going to have color mixing, which is why I'm going to change everything, because now colors are going to change for me. I'm going to have maybe a different zone. I'm not absolutely sure because I'm going to have to use some of these colors, the base colors, for color mixing. So I might either, start at different ones and bring in, but my blue was the issue down at this zone. Anyways, so under milestone number 6, I got the first 4 pieces done and I'm on my final. So what I've done is I've taken my usual screenshots of this, and I took screenshots of each individual piece as well as, a screenshot of the whole piece. I've pulled it apart. I've looked at it. I know what I want to do with it. And then I set up this area. So what I'm going to do is the bottom piece requires 2 star pieces. Skip the other 3, just 2 star pieces. And the second level requires 1 star, and they're all blue. So why not? Because it's here, I'm going to use that. The bottom piece needs a red 1-piece star. So I've got that set up. Then I've got squares coming in. On each of the first, second, and third levels, there's a square. So there's 3 outputs here for squares. Circles on the top. I have 2 separate square or circles that I'm going to need. One of them is painted green and it's 2-sided. So that should be easy to do. And the other side, I brought in 3 because I wasn't absolutely sure on, what I was going to do there. And then I need some windmills. Now I couldn't find a really good spot with like a windmill shape, where it's like a solid windmill shape, like the solid star or the solid circle or the solid square. Okay, so, but what I did find was this little thing sitting in the middle of all of this. And I'm only going to use 2 of them anyways, because if we investigate the piece, I got 2 here, but I'm going to need to color 1. Then I've got 1 there, and then I've got 2 here, same color. So 3 levels, I'm going to need the windmill shape. I call it the windmill, they call it the diamond. If it was a diamond, why didn't you make it D? It doesn't make sense to me. They call it a W. In the shape code, it's a W. So why is it a W if it's a diamond? If, call it, if you look here, there is no D used for anything else in the game. Part codes, color codes. There's no D. So if it's a diamond, why did you call it W? But anyways, so that's why I'm calling it a wedge, a windmill. I'm calling it everything under the sun other than diamond. That's if you're just joining me. Yeah, it's my little pet peeve. Why didn't you call it a D? If you're going to call it a diamond. Anyways, I'll finish. Now, so with the previous way that I've pretty much made most of my stuff, I'm going to start to put the piece together and then move up. And what I'm thinking is I'm going to move up into this area in between. I might pull a square off of here because I need 1 gray square, and I might pull it from there. I did bring in 3 squares, but I might pull that square if I get, moved up the grid here, and I end up near this or near that, I might pull that square off of there, but neither here nor there. I'm going to need circles all the way through this piece. Well, not all the way through, sorry. I need 2 kitty corner green, and I need 2 kitty corner gray. No color, gray. So I did bring in 3, I could have pulled it off of here, but I thought that'd be more trouble than what it was worth. So anyways, I'm going to start at the bottom. And the bottom of this piece kind of starts over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the blue star piece off of here, and I'm going to trash the rest of it. Just because. I don't see a point. Cut and stack. Make quarter left turn side input. No. Cutter. Cutter, corner, keep full piece. So that one, and that one. Nope, wrong piece. Yeah. So what am I going to need here? It's the blue one. So I got to spin it. So rotator, 180 degrees. We got to rotate it first. Then we cut it. That's that. Now, if leave comments below, everybody. If you really want me to go through my blueprints are very, very simple. I do one operation on a 1x1, and I spin it. Then I chop it up and cut it, and then that's what you get. I mean, it's a fairly simple operation of, cut, spin, cut, because then I can do it on all 3 levels. When I do all of my blueprints at this stage in the game, I bring all 3 levels of the piece in, right, on the blueprint. And then I accept all 3 pieces. I do something with all, with all 3 levels, And then I finish off feeding what I need out. Then I gather it into commonly, a belt, right? And each one of these is going to get dealt with separately. So this one needs to get spun again. Let me face north here, actually. Yeah, they all need to get spun, believe it or not. So I'm going to get rid of these just for a second. So this one needs to get rotated clockwise. This one needs to get rotated counterclockwise. Okay. So that one is going to be upper right. If I ever get there. This one's going to be bottom right. Then I'm going to stack these 2 together. So let's grab a stacker. Oh, wait, I got that there. Okay. Doesn't matter which one's top, which one's bottom. So we'll press F. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, there we go. Okay. Then gather it up afterwards. So one piece is going to be on one side, one piece is going to be on the other. This one just moves on. And remember, this is the second level piece. So I'm going to have to put 2 windmills in a square. Just like the bottom piece, which is going to be the blue one. Then I'm going to need a square and another star. So that star is over here. Where, I was originally going to take this, split it up, do whatever with it. And then, but as it turns out, I only needed 1. So cutter, same thing. This recipe that cuts it. And then I end up with, it doesn't matter because this piece is all the same, right? This is like a 4-way star. So it doesn't matter which end I cut. I'm always going to end up with one. But if I face north, that piece is actually in the right place. Bottom right, which is where I want it. So this one needs to go red on me. I'm going to take the painter. Oops. Well, we'll deal with it there. And then and then gather it up afterwards. Okay, there. So that's now going to be my red piece. Let's face north. So now I've got a red star coming out of there. I need to get a square with it. Now I could wrap this around and stack the square first, but I got so much red here. And if I look at the piece, right here anyways, I need a square on the second one, and I need a square on the bottom one. Right now we're dealing with the bottom one. So I'm going to take one of these squares, and I'm going to use the same recipe cutter, corner. Okay, so I get, at the end of it, I get a square. Facing north, that square has to be spun 180. Excuse me. Here, rotator 180. There we go. So at the end of it all, it'll be upper facing north. It'll be upper left. Okay. Which, looking at the bottom piece, it needs to be upper left. So now we're going to a little ways up here. Press the F. Up there. We're going to come over here. And then... Okay. And then we're going to gather that afterwards. Okay. So these two can be stacked. I should end up with a red square in the upper wall. It'll be upper left, but you know what I mean? Looking at it this way, it'll be upper right. So, let's not forget that. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. So, stacker. So now I've described this before that I don't put anything on it, and it kind of messes me up once in a while. I'll forget connections at times. I do it this way because I'm not always sure which way I want to come out of it. Sometimes I want to be right. Sometimes I want to be left. And I'd rather leave myself that option of which way I'm going to come off of that. So anyways, bottom piece. So I need this blue one over here and this red one over here to come to the middle and then get stacked. I'm going to do it up a ways and over here. Oops. So I'm thinking right there, because then I can just continue to stack as I go north. And then this train, which is my train that goes in, it doesn't have any trains on it. It's just a line right now. That's kind of where I'm thinking, you know what I mean? Where I'm going to come in with it. Now, the choice here is, do I just run a long belt or do I run trains? Don't know at this point. I need this one on the second level. That second level is going to get some of this stuff with red and then mixed in there. So upon thinking about it, now all I'm doing is copy, pasting, and cutting and pasting. I used the F key and then rotated it with the R key. So basically I got the exact same thing. Nothing's changed. This is still going to be, you know, that star piece at the end. You know what I mean? It's not like I changed anything here. I'm still going to get rid of the windmill, the diamond, the windmill part of this. And then I'm still going to get that. And then I'm going to mix that. And then this one gets spun the other direction. Right? And I should, at the end, have... I'm just waiting for pieces to hit. Okay. So that's opposite ways, which is what I'm looking for. So I'm going to run this. It's a bit of a waste. I got 3,600. I'd have to agree that it's a bit of a waste. But I'm going to run that to there. And that to there. If I change my mind, I mean, that was 60 platform units. and that one was probably 40. I could save that, but here's the thing. Here's your questioning. Wagons, right, cost 6 per. Trains cost 10 per. So 60, 6 per, that would take me 1 wagon and probably 2 trains. So that's 20, 32 as opposed to 59. I might just go with doing it this way. When you finally get this facing north and this together, right, then gather it up. By the time you'll never have a dropout, you'll never be waiting for a train. So that's 6 and 1/2 dozen of the other on the argument for me, anyways, of whether I want to run a long conveyor. The other thing is that I could do multiple operations on one platform. But as of right now, if I look at my upgrades, I still don't have any of the platforms. And I mean, I got 41 points, but I want cutting for 50. So in this playthrough, I'm restricted to how many research points I'm getting because of my settings that I chose in the insane level factory, which I chose hard settings. I didn't choose easy. This wasn't meant to be an easy thing. I found normal level to be so easy for me in this that I had to go hard. I had to go insane, and then I had to go hard mode. Like I had to go difficult on myself. I don't get as many blueprint points. I don't get as many platform points. I don't get as many research points. So I had to do operator levels so I could get, you know what I mean, the research points and everything. And now, actually, I'm going to get cutting. So now I'm all done up. One of the commenters mentioned that train capacity actually messes you up because now the train has to load 1,080. Yes. Okay. Yes. But my only argument would be when I need 485,000 of something, yeah, that kind of takes that argument out to a certain extent. But now you're looking at your, whatchamacallits, your tasks. Okay, so I only need 9,000 of that, 12K of that. When you start getting up into these upper numbers, having trains that can hold 1,000, because what happens is on your loading, the train now has to load 1,080 per each of these bricks. Okay, and it won't load the train until you get 1,080. So that was, and I had to agree with him totally. But later stages of the game, I'm actually starting to go with, I think I'd rather have the higher end train in the later stages. It does slow your factory down at the beginning. If the next playthrough that I do, I'm going to be saving the capacity upgrade for later. I'll be getting the stacking, the inputs. You know what I mean? I'll be getting all of that earlier, especially the belts, the cutting, and the stacking. I'll be getting that stuff a lot earlier, and I won't be worrying about capacity, but I will be getting train speed. Just a thought. And I thank you for the shout out in the comment that I got. He was correct. It does slow your factory down because now your factory has to load more before the train can go. And when you're doing small end pieces where you only need 1,000 or you only need 2,000, but I'm getting to the point now, sorry, where I need like 485,000 of these pieces. So at that point, I do actually want the train to load them. My next one, when I'm finished building this, I'm going to need 10K. So anyways, level 1 is done. And that is level 1. Facing north, it is my piece. It's the one I want. It's exactly what I'm looking for. So that's level 1. On to level 2. Level 2 uses this piece, the one from there, but I need to now turn it clockwise 1. Okay. So now you're going to be turned. I like to put that on it just so I can see it from a bit of a distance. You know what I mean? And what I'm doing to that piece, just as a reference. So I'm going to need the first set of windmills coming out of here. And what I need to do is take 2 of these pieces and then let's see if I can use a cutter. 2 level, 3-level full priest. No. 3 large shape level in out. I believe it's this one. Yeah. So did I need to turn this? Or did I know I have it on the the whatchamacallit. Nope. I goofed up. Okay. So I need you spun. Okay, hang on. I need you spun. And I'm not keeping the right piece. So I think it'll be a cut and stack. So I need a 3-level cut and stack 3x. 2 to 3 outputs. So sometimes I left the picture in here. Upper right, bottom left merge. Not the one I'm looking for. I might have to make one for this. I thought I had it. I truly thought I had this one. By the way, this one might look weird, but it switches the piece. It doesn't just... It's a little weird. I don't think I did the picture on that one correct. So I think that's the one, but I would have to do 3 levels of it. Yeah, that's the one. And I even got it facing the right way. Because then bottom and top levels, grab each one of the windmills. Bottom one gets turned, and then I restack it at the end of the blueprint. So that's level 1. And I actually have to make this into a hand. There's the piece I want. Okay. So that copy. I'm going to paste it out there for a second. So that's the second level. But then I have to exit on the second level as well. Okay. So, this cut. Wait, sorry. Cut. We're going to go here. And actually, cut, paste. We can go side by side. Copy and paste. And then this one needs to be 3rd level. So anytime I do a blueprint like this, if I have to go 3, it's because these are multi-level blueprints, which they are. There's not much, but I mean, if you're going to stack on a blueprint, it's multi-level. And if you're going to do that, then you can't bring everything in onto one. Now I could do, if I grab that other foundation, I could do a really big, huge foundation and I could do all 3 levels on one blueprint. Not a problem, no issues. But like I said, this is for ease of me being able to just, you know, plop it down quickly as a blueprint. Okay. And so then what I do is there. There we go. So now each one of these should handle a level of, because of course I got this feeding on all 3 levels, right? So each one of these should feed their own level. And then I'm left with 3 levels at the end. And then, okay, there. And then I'll cut that off and then take a copy of that. And that'll be my blueprint. But what I want to do is I want to get kind of a picture of that. I want to take the woo-woo CU, copy it. I got a little notepad over here that I use. I'm going to paste the woo-woo in. And then what I'm left with at the end is that piece, which is the woo-woo. The woo-woo piece. Copy that. Paste it there. Okay. So now when I go to name the blueprint, so this is a cut and stack. In my cut and stack, I'm just going to take a quick screenshot of that. When I'm doing my blueprints, because I have so many and I have different ways of saving them and doing them, I always take a screenshot of my folder so that I'm naming them the same way. Okay, so say blueprint. This will be cut and stack. And we start off with this piece. I'm going to add the custom shape of WUWU -- CU. Confirmed. So that's my piece I start out with. All right. And then the piece I end up with, I'm going to have to add as well, which is the WU -- WU -- Okay. And that's the piece I end up with. So that I'm showing myself, this is what I start out with, this is what I end off with. And if I got myself in the northern direction, I'm really sure I did. This will actually be the right angle, shape, rotation is the word I'm looking for. That it will take the right hand or the right hand side and then flip it to a diagonal. So this is a cut and stack. I use the tilde, swirly. This is a 3x because there's 3 of these in this blueprint, meaning that it's one line going into 3 separate. So it's 3x. 2f, meaning it's the 2 length foundation. 2 level, meaning that on the actual foundation, it's 2 different levels. So that I know I can't stack this one into itself. And then cut and restack. And I think I'm going to call it just cut and restack. Diag. I can't go too much further, and there's no point anyways because it gets cut off. So that's what I'm going to do. That's my newest cut and restack. I'm going to go here. I go down to the bottom there. And I'm wondering if I can get rid of one of these. I don't think I can. Because those two do something opposite, meaning that will take the 2 gray ones and then restack it into that. This will take the 2 blue ones and go the other way. This was, and I'm sure I did the picture wrong on this one. This will grab the diagonal and make a half. I don't think I need that one. This cuts out and then upper right, bottom left merge. This one is junk. Right. Because this is the one that's right. Okay. And then I'll put it in there. I try not to go too much further on my, because what more do you really need in there? So, this one is, where did I dump that? Right here. Cut and restack diag. So that's the one I'm using. Anyway, so it's going to take, if I'm facing north, it takes the right-hand side of the piece and then restacks that right-hand side into a diagonal. Cool. That's what I need. That is going to get painted red. And so we might as well pull the paint in from here. Press F. We can go right there. Grab one of my miner setups, miner liquid. And I'm going to go all the way. Ooh. How many of these do I need? Well. Yeah. Okay, I can go 1, 2, and then a bottom 1, 3. If I go here, it's 1, 2, and then I mess myself up. So I'll go there. And paint goes in there. And you go in here. Okay, so that gets painted red, which is what I need. You get moved over there. To-do list. I'm always doing my to-do lists on screenshots. So I just have like a picture viewer, take a screenshot, and then put that up on my screen. When I'm done, that particular, like I did all 4 of the pieces for this, all 4 of the levels. Coffee. So anyways, that is this level. And then that will go on to go become I could have come around a different way on that. That has to get mixed with this piece, the blue, and a red square. So I got 1. Which way do I want to do this? We're going to need the exact same thing. I'm just going to copy and paste that. In other words, I'm pulling and then turn it though. I need that north. I need that. That one is 180. I don't need it rotated. Bottom right, north facing. Yeah. Always make sure you're facing north, everybody. Like make sure you're facing north. When you make your blueprints, when you design your blueprints, face north. Because when you drop them on the ground, it's going to be a north facing. When you look at your milestones, make sure you're facing north with it. If you ever get, it spun, make sure you press the reset rotation so that you're looking at your blueprint. If you take screenshots like I do, make sure that you have the rotation properly. Because then when you look at everything, everything faces north. And then that's your base. That's the foundation of everything that you build, is that it has to be facing north. Okay, so I'm going to bring this red line in. And we'll go there. Okay. And then we'll gather you up and send you off. So this piece, and this piece need to get together. I would cloud myself up with trains, but I don't know. Everybody. I don't know. It's going to be a lot of lines. So what I could do is set up a train station for this and a train station for that, and then train them here and here. I could set up a train station for this. Have them drop by, pick that up. Or I stack these two because you're facing the proper way. You're facing not the proper way. So you actually need to be... it's a clockwise rotator. You actually need to be 180. So let's get that rotator 180. Okay, and then give myself a little view there. Those are fairly close. If I bring it over, then I could train these two pieces. So one car, one car. So why don't I do that? You are a stacker. We'll go there. You are now in the right area. Oops. You are, oops, area. And we'll gather you up. And we'll save myself a lot of foundation points here. And we will put you on a train. So we're going to train that way. Load pieces. These are two different levels, though, everybody. So that's why I can't, like, you know, stack these up. This is level 1. This is level 2. So the reason why I'm going to, am I on a red train? Let's go red train. No, let's go blue train. So, you know, a lot of this is blue. Oops. Blue train. And we'll need more cars. Okay. Stop. Oh, I did push the button. And then you will take off this way. And we'll leave it a bit of space and go up a ways. Right? Because what we're going to do is we're going to end up unloading the first piece at the first one, because that's what was coming in here. Okay, so we'll actually keep the same, and it's unload. We'll actually keep it on the same trajectory. Right there. So that is the first piece. So when the train comes in, it'll be the front car. So we're going to unload the front car here. And then that will load there. And we don't put in an unloader back here. You don't do that. Okay. So we're going to start that train out. So he's going to load both of those pieces as they load in. And then he's going to bring that first piece into here, which is going to end up being this piece. It doesn't change its rotation. The rotation's still the same. And it will load all 3 levels when it gets back here, right? So it'll load all 3 levels. And then when this one loads, it'll load all 3 levels of that. So what we want to do is we want this second piece that does not have the square, right? Because the square is coming from here. And we're going to load that square and this one on the same train. Meaning I'm going to delete a lot of that. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to start up a train. Go that way. Load shapes. Oops. F. I'll put it right in the middle. Okay. We can delete that. This will be the red train. Sure. And we didn't leave enough room. There. I didn't leave enough for cars. Trains, shape loading cars, wagons. Make sure you choose shape wagon. Yeah, dump down 2 of those. We're going to start you off. And train stop there. So, once again, the first car is the lower piece. We're going to cancel you out. We're going to go here to there. Trains, unload, shapes. Okay, so the first car is here. And there we go. And we're going to make sure we unload the same piece. So we're still unloading the same piece here. So nothing has changed, even though it's doing its thing. We're just going to go straight up. Now, just because I have the red train and the blue train on these tracks doesn't mean I can't add anything else, bring any other trains in and move them up. What are you going to load? Just want to... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I set that up right. There we go. So it's the first train. That's your piece. Yeah, okay. So level 1 is done. And it's being trained in rather than having lines run everywhere. So it's being trained in. This will be like piece number 4. And I think I'll do the same. Could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That look lopsided, doesn't it? I got to do it, everybody. I got to do it. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1 this way. Okay, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that'll be equal. Yeah, you know what? We'll do that. Oops. Okay. There we go. So now it looks nice and uniform in the center. A little more visually stimulating. Now this one, I'm actually just going to... This way, I'm not absolutely sure where I want to go above this. Sometimes I have to go over and up because I have another piece in here that I have to put together before I can put this one. But this one will be the bottom piece. Full. This is level 1 bottom. So level 2. I have a car here that's loading part of the level 2. Let's just... Here, track. Let's go there. And then when you get... I'm going to have 2 trains running on each. And yeah, we'll let you just... There we go. There. So these trains are going to run for a ways, actually. Up. Okay, the second piece, second car. This is also, by the way, you're going to need... in order to do this, you're going to need filler wagon right here. What the filler wagon does is it allows you to put a space in your trains so that I'm not unloading at a station I don't want to unload in. So some of my trains might end up getting a little long, but it'll be filler car, filler car, filler car, and then the real car, and then filler car on the next one. And that you'll see it. I'll show it to you. So from now on, all of my next platforms will be this central location as such. I do want to come in there. So I want to build an offloader. Double R. Here. But now here's the trick. You got to put the train station there. right? So that when this one comes in, right, it's the second card that gets unloaded. And then it's that second piece that gets tossed out, right? So facing north, I am correct. When I look over at my picture, I'm correct. So on this side, we're going to want to come in here, right? So we're going to put our shapes unloader there, and then the train stop goes one away. Right? So you're not unloading the first car because the first car's there. Don't mess it. Easy to mess this up. So then with this, you're going to want to go, you could go right close, but I think I'll go one away. This is going to get gathered up this direction this time, right? I'm going to put another, remember that side, if I look through here and I look at my stacker, side is top. Now I know side is top. I've always made all of my stacker setups the same way. So side is the top piece. So this is the bottom piece. This is the next one up. So if side is top, then keeping the same orientation. Now you want to go here, and then you come in here, and you're the bottom. This gets gathered up. Not too sure where I'm going with it, so I'm just going to go straight instead of going upwards with it. But you'll see that this just generates a stacker, and then I'm bringing in the pieces pre-made into the railway line. And each piece gets loaded, right? It's all 3 levels. Everything still is in 3 levels. All of these should be like full lines, no matter where I look. All of this stuff should be full lines, and it is. And it is my piece, right? That is my second level piece. So everything's running good. And then in the end, right, I have the beginnings of this shape taking form, which is, yeah, that's looking good. That's looking like the piece, right? Without level 2 and 3 on it. So, I mean, if you really want to look at your piece, right, go here, get rid of the top 2, and now there's your piece. And that's what we're looking at. That's our piece. So you can manipulate and look at your piece from individual. You can take a screenshot of the actual individual pieces. And then let me just take a copy paste of that, shove it in here. And then here's the third piece. So here's the one I'm about to make, right? And then I usually take a screenshot of that and then put it off to the side of my computer on one of my other monitors. And that's the next piece to get built. So for that piece, I'm going to need a circle, and I'm going to paint it green. That's why I left green here, and I've got circles here. I'm going to take this piece, kind of go over this way a bit, right? And then I need the same kind of deal that I did here, right? I need a kitty corner, if you want to call it that. Now, I have lots of choice on this one because this is a full circle piece. So I can actually choose this one, this one, this one. Any one of these two, actually, because these are 3 X's, which is what I want. I could use a cut and stack, 3X, large, level, blah, 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 3 input, output. This is the one I want, okay, which is right here. That's the one I want. But that's way too large to be using that. This is the one I want, right here. So I'm probably going to be getting rid of large, level, full piece, 2 to 3. You know what I mean? It's a bit large. Not what I'm looking for. But I am looking for this piece. I'm facing north. It's facing the wrong way. So after I get out of this, I want a quarter turn. Any direction. I could go forward or backward with this. It doesn't really matter. So I'll just, that direction works for me. And then I'm going to want to go, I put the green on the wrong side. I goofed up. So I'm going to waste some green paint. Okay, there we go. Now, I didn't matter which way I went. I goofed up. I obviously made a mistake. So I'm going to take the painting setup. It doesn't really matter which way I go with this. I am north. I am facing the right way. Okay. Now the other green paint needs to be, it's on the top level. It needs to be one of these, which is why the green's there. I mean, I could run it this way a bit. I'm not too worried about it. So in order to complete the third level piece, I need one of these red. I probably could have, done this one down so that this red piece could come up and slide up beside this. Not too worried about it. I'm probably now that I've started what could be referred to as a train bus. You know what I mean? And then bring the pieces to the middle and deal with them. This one needs to be any one of these windmills. So I'm facing north. So I need a bottom right or top right. Cutter. Keep bottom right. Okay. And that's going to be my piece. And there's our little chunk of windmill. Facing north, that has to be red and facing the other direction. So, rotator, 180. There we go. Simple and easy. Easy squeezy. We now need this red. So, we'll ship it underneath that. And I don't think I need another red piece. No, I don't. So, miner. Liquid. We could go that way. And we'll go this way. Get a little compact. There. And okay. So now we're getting one red piece. We're getting one green piece. I could do this a little differently. In which case I take all of what I did here. I just saw this, by the way. We'll take the red and we'll go this way with it. Come across. We will build that painter setup here. And then straight. There we go. Now, just where the green is, we have this piece and this red piece. I do believe I'm facing, yes, I am. I'm facing the right way. So we're going to gather that. Go here. Gather this. And then grab that stacker. And we will go, where's my squares? That circle squares are over there. Well, there looks good. Oops. Control Z. Right. go. There we go. I keep forgetting those, but I have struggled with changing this a lot of times, and I really don't want to add lines to the left, lines to the right. That's way too many blueprints. So I'd rather leave them like a generic, and then I will put in the lines. But yes, every once in a while I forget to put in the lines. Yeah, it happens. Okay, so all of that is going to get put together. Okay, and I'm facing north, and that is the way I want it. So then I need to put a single square into there. And you know what? For this one, I'm actually thinking that square needs to be the exact same as that. So we will copy and paste that. And then we will run this. Okay, how did you... Oh, yeah, right. Sorry, bud. You get a spear. Okay, so... Believe it or not, you disappear too. Really glad shapes don't cost anything in this game. Like, I'm really glad. That would change a lot of thinking as far as how things get done. I need another loader. Here. Shape loader. We're going to go there. Now, each one of these needs to now be 3 cars long. Okay. So now we're going to grab this line, bring it over, put in a shape here. Press F. Yeah, that'll do. That goes. And then this goes. Oops. And you get loaded into there. Okay. Now we move you guys along. So, first train or first car is still getting unloaded here, right? Second car is still getting unloaded there. And now I'm going to have the whole piece coming in, right? Because that's all. Remember, we're looking at the third piece, or whoops. Why wasn't that working? Copy. Right, I had it. Okay, anyway. I had it on the end. Okay, and then we'll orientate that, right? So this is the piece we got coming in. So we add the square to the end of it, and there's our third piece. He's going to load that third piece, the total one, and so we don't have to put it together. So this can now become this stacker. We will put that piece right on top. So this just gets run here, like so. And then we need a piece coming in here. So we need a train stop. There. Oh, train stop. Unload, please. Oops. Come here. Unloader. There we go. Okay, now we need to be 2 away. So now it's the third car that's getting unloaded of each of these red trains that are coming up. So, like usual, the first train, or the first car, the second car, right? And now the third car. And that's how easy that is to set up. So this is like a main bus style, I guess, somewhat. It's not a main bus, because it's not really how a main bus works. At least in most of my playthroughs, that's not how a main bus works. But now the fourth piece. For that piece, I have 2 windmills, One's going to be painted green. The green is right here. The other one's going to stay gray. And then to that, I'm going to add 2 circles. So I don't actually need all 3 of these circles, but it's fine. I brought it in anyway. So I'm probably going to build this piece back here. And then maybe ship it up to here. So that we bring it in on a separate train. So I'm just trying to flip my trains back and forth and keep them pretty even. So the circle needs to be, I'm going to try cutter. Yeah, it's a full circle. So I'm going to keep large shape, that one. I'm going to go here with it. Okay. So that's going to cut a corner out and diag it on me, which is what I want. The other piece is going to be 2 windmills. So I'm probably going to set those stackers up here. This piece is going to stay gray, by the way. So I'm going to go straight up and just go right to here with it. And then I need off of here, I need 1 windmill each. So basically this setup. So copy, paste, and paste. Except that I'm going to face north. One of them needs to be upper left and the other one needs to be bottom right. So as this comes through, it'll finally bottom right. Okay. And then, well, they both end up bottom right, but I need one to spin 180. So I got an upper left and a bottom right. So rotator 180, and we're just going to spin you. So once it's spun, actually, I'm going to do this one. So you and then we're going to take the paint one, which should be, yes, it does fit. Okay. So you get gathered up and then go across. You come out of there. Oh. Nope. Like so. I kind of crammed this in here. Okay. There we go. And there's all the pieces for the 4th level. It's right here. Oh, yeah. There's the top level of it. And now we just need to slap it all together. Which is going to be 2 sets of stackers. We might as well go here. And then here. It doesn't really matter which one's on top, bottom for this one. Because all 3 of these should be coming in properly. But I was saying it before in a previous episode, due to the way I'm doing my blueprints, every time I do an operation, I have to gather the lines back up again because this is 1st level, that's 2nd level, that's 3rd level, to be able to feed the next one. I could go straight, right? I could. But I just get so into the habit of doing it this way so that from a distance I can kind of identify what I've done. And you'll notice that all my blueprints are the same kind of organization. I deal with something in threes. If I can do like a single, it's still operating in threes. Like it's still doing all 3 levels. If I can't do something all in one, then I split it up and I do it. I cram it up as far as I can, you know, to keep it as small and tight as I can. But yeah, there's... Okay, now you... So train here. Let's lengthen you by a couple. Get rid of you. Make a blue train. 2 of them. And then make cars. Let's get that other. This is a load. And you come north. Go in. So this should... Oh, nope, nope. Something went wrong here. You're facing the wrong direction, is what happened. Did I turn that? I never did. I never turned it. I'm facing north. That is the wrong way. Okay. Well, so I don't blow all those pieces out the door, because all of that's got to get the I key and clear. There you go. So it's all cleared. This will be a rotator. So it had, no, not 180. That'll keep it the same. Clockwise, 1 rotation. And then that'll put that piece in. This piece and this piece came in properly. It's this one I messed up. Okay. So that, we need to clear all that. Get rid of those ugly pieces. Make sure we got good looking pieces coming out. See, and that's still... Those are looking good. I don't see anything else coming out that looks ugly. I think we're good. I'm just using the I key to, you know, get rid of it because I don't want ugly pieces sitting places. I don't know, pet peeve. It doesn't takes moments to highlight it and press the I key, so you might as well. Okay, and then that'll get loaded by the trains, and let's get at least one of them rolling here. Alrighty, and that's our top piece. Facing north. Yeah, that's our top. Looks good. We are golden. So the top piece, this is our first, second, and third levels, right? So I'll gather this. Now that I know where I'm coming from, I'll gather this way. Put in another stacker setup, like here. We could do it there. I'll do it there. Okay, and then that's your top. Oh, sorry. This is your bottom piece. Okay. So I'm going to have to do it that way. Oops. Rotate it. And I'm still going to keep the centered. Yeah, I'll do it there. It's going to be... It'll look good. Remember, this is a permanent setup. So I want it to look good, you know, be aesthetically pleasing when I come down around to go take a look at it. Or show it off, for that matter. Unloader. So there. And then you are 1, 2, and car 3. And there we go. Okay. I can cut this off to here. I can cut this off to here, just one right at the station. And then it just goes underneath and goes back. Okay. And then this will be final piece. And I'm going to go that way a little bit. I can probably come down there. Then I'm going to grab this rail, which goes all the way to the main. I don't like having too many turns in my trains. So I'm just going to have to deal with the fact that this... Am I going the right way? No, I'm not. Okay. This will go up and then turn. And then turn. Okay. And then I can start all the way back here. I need a loader. It'll just be one because I only have one line coming out. The train stop will be right there. And then these will be green. Just because. We'll leave a space. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. We'll go 5. I could extend it go that way. It doesn't really matter if it's, well, you know what? Let's go this way. For that distance, 6. Let's plug the first one in and see how long it takes. These are shape wagons. And we're going to go. Now, because this is a permanent setup, I am actually going to time it. Which means I got a little stopwatch on my phone. Notice I haven't attached it yet. Final checks, you know what I mean? Final look. Face north. And take a good look at that piece. And that looks like my piece. I think I'm doing just fine. I think everything's good. It's golden. I'm just waiting for the train to come back. I'm going to check my timing. This should be it coming here. Oh, it just got there. Okay. So it's on its way back. That took about 50 seconds to get there. I'm left with 2,300 platform points. And once again, I'm not caring about the blueprint points. I just don't care about those. And my reason being is that I can just set this up and blueprint points are nothing. Comparatively, blueprint points are nothing. If you don't get on it, you don't build them, yeah, you're going to have an issue. I've burned through probably 400,000 to 500,000 blueprint points just since I canceled it. Okay, so it took around about 1:30. Okay, to get there. So 1:30 is 60, 90 seconds. So I'm going to stop, reset, get out of there. 90 divided by 6 is 1 every 15 seconds. I like 1 every 15 seconds. It's just something that I like to do as far as my timing goes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now set this up, get it started, loading, and I probably don't need this many, but I do like the, you know what? Maybe I will. So 90 divided by 4. One every 20 some seconds. Let's get rid of it. Yeah. Okay. So this part takes a little bit of time, and I'm trying to show it all to you as to what I do, what I kind of wait for. The fact that I made this a recorded show rather than a live. I'm not opposed to live stream. Please leave your comments down below. I do lots of live streaming with other games. I just figured this was better to be a recorded show, because then I can cut stuff out and edit. Okay. So as soon as it takes off, start my timer. Now these are sitting here waiting, ready. And I'm just waiting about 20 some seconds. So I've already built the train. That's kind of important, by the way. I'm going to wait just beyond 20 seconds and then start. And then he starts right away. If you do the track up, do the trains, and then add the car, it's like there's this big delay to it. And it kind of messes me up anyways. I don't like it. I like my trains to be separated, be spread apart. So here we come up on the second one. There we go. Or third one, I mean. And then at about the 60 some second mark. Okay. And what should happen is in about 20 seconds from now, I should get this guy back. So I'm a little bit fast. No problem. But I did cut some trains out. Yeah, no problem. I think I'm good. Okay. Now what's happening on this end is a fairly simple unload into another 3 level. And this one should start chucking it out. By the way, we are at operator level 45. I am top 15% in the worldwide. You. And I know that's different than the like the normal level. That's the insane level, operator level. So I'm top 15 of worldwide. Whoever's been around playing this a lot, that's not like, it's not that special being top 15%. It just means that I've played the game a long time. I've stuck it through. Okay. So now this is what my vortex is going to look like basically forever. Is I'm going to have 3 sets of pieces coming into it forever. Like this should, with having the amount of trains that I got on it, should fill up and load, you know what I mean, fairly quickly. So when this runs out, I should get another train in either right after or right before. Should. Not saying absolute, but. And of course the piece is right because I'm getting numbers up here, right? She's going up. Right. So I'm just about out and another train shows up and fills it up. And we're good. And as soon as those pieces finish, bing, bang, boom, the next ones go in and it basically doesn't even skip a beat. So I know I'm good. I know I'm going to be producing pieces on a constant forever now. Same as these other 2 milestone pieces. Once this finishes and I get my milestone 6, then I will move on. I will be getting a bunch more tasks. I will hopefully be getting the next blueprint point. What I was hoping for is I'm looking for this one. I'm hoping for it. It should work that way. I'm not 100% because I haven't played like multiple playthroughs of this game. This is actually my first insane playthrough. And I mean, the other one was normal. And I breezed through it so fast, I'll be honest, I missed a couple of things here and there. You're just learning a game. It is what it is. But I should be okay. So yeah. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to rearrange these now. What I'm going to need, and I'm going to do it to this one, just because there's nothing coming in on this one. What I'm going to need is I need them to come in like so. All right. And that will leave the middle 4 over here. At the end of this, I'm going to have, on my operator, I'm going to have 4, 8, 9 at the very least. And I hope to get 2 MAMs going, as long as I got the platform units and everything else. I'm sure I'll have the blueprint points, but as long as I got the platform points, I'm going to have 2 MAMs going to satisfy both of the randomized goals at the end. So that'll be 8, 9, 10, and then one of the blueprint points, that'll be 11 inputs coming in, which means I'm going to need 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. I can leave one of these on 2, but the rest of these will have to be set up so that I got trains coming in, and you know what I mean? And like, I'm going to have it set up, in other words. So this should be as easy as copy that, right? Go up a level. Copy. And go up and up. Okay. I thought I went up. Okay, there we go. And copy that one. Okay. And that's all 3 levels. Everything's connected. Everything will run into the middle. Everything's all good. I can actually take a shot of this. Whoops. A little closer. This one. Like so. Right. Copy that. And then I'm going to I pasted it to my clipboard. I'm going to use my little notepad thingy. And I'm going to paste that string. It's a long string. Whenever you do it this way, it's a long string. And I'm going to interrupt all of my inputs for just a minute. All right. Go to my notepad. And oh yeah, this is huge. This is like a monstrous. Make sure you copy paste this properly. $. I missed. Okay, well, here's the thing. Oops. Here. Copy. Okay, there we go. Now, that's the way it should look. You'll notice I took out all of the shapes around my main base, around my vortex, I mean. Wow, main base, vortex. I took them all out. And my purpose there being I was never going to use this for any other shapes anymore. That's just not the way I do it. You be you, but that's not the way I do things. So we're just about there, 12.8, 12.9. out of the 36,000. It doesn't take that long. I just finished getting both of these. I'm already at 140,000 on that one and 18.3 on that one. That's why I make blueprints that are 3 levels high. That's why I do things that way. It's the rhyme, the reason, the purpose. It's why I do it. I gotta get rid of that blueprint. Okay. There's no sense keeping that on my notepad if it wasn't working. I was wondering how I trade blueprints, and I guess that's how you trade them. So I can probably go to a site at some point in time and go download blueprints and take a look at other people's blueprints and maybe share mine. Nobody's asked me yet, but I'm pretty sure I can put them on my Discord if somebody asks. I mean, hey, leave comments down below, right? I probably could set up an area. I don't know how to do all that kind of fun stuff, but I can figure it out if need be. So anyways, I didn't do anything around my main base because my plan is to bring in trains, right? And unload and do things. And then I don't know how, I might change like how this is done. You know what I mean? Like how this stuff, how far away I am and what I'm doing and all the rest. That might change. I might have to move trains away. I might have to figure out a different way to, but basically the train is in and they're coming. And yeah, the vortex is getting fuller and fuller. So I'm going to cut to the end here and show you the end of the milestone. Hey everybody, and with the magic of video editing, we are now at 35.3 and it's just about done. I just wanted to kind of show you the end of the milestone. I don't know. Not that it makes a big, huge deal, but once that's done, we'll get into colors, other colors, the color mixer, which, there we go. Now, soon as that goes, you'll notice that the check mark's gone. Okay. It's gone to gray, which means you're done. It's a good piece, but it's not counting anymore. We go here. We unlock the next, right, which is color mixing. We get new tasks, okay, which is great. And then platform limits, blueprint points. We get a new color mixer, which mixes 2 colors together. Now the next milestone changes. We're on to milestone 7 now. And the important part is this now turns purple. So now under my operator, I'm now gaining this as another operator level, which means I'm going to be, 10 grand. And then it goes to, I don't know what it is, 20, 40, 60, 80, whatever it is it goes to for each level. These are unlimited levels. So although this one's at 21, this one's at 24, you'll notice that the amount that I need, this will catch up. I don't know whether it'll fully catch up. But it'll catch up because it needs less than these. So I'll eventually be somewhere in the 20s with this one as well. And then my operator level will be, operator level 65 or 70. Now, I wanted to extend to anyone who doesn't know, all this means, top 15% worldwide, I have stuck in the game long enough to get that operator level. Doesn't mean I'm actually the top 15% worldwide of players. It just means that they're keeping score of how many people get here. Some people quit. Some people don't play anymore. Some people don't enjoy the game anymore. There's all sorts of reasons why people stay and leave. But all this means is that I set up my milestones and I continue to keep delivering past the milestone. Now, this is kind of important because if you run out of platform units, this is one way of getting platform units. The other way of getting them is to actually complete the milestones, right? And you notice in my reward, I think I got 800 platform units. Yeah, I got 800 platform units, a bunch of new tasks, a bunch of other things. I'm going to get more when I get into milestone 7 with the pin pusher. Also, I was correct. And this is now a new piece that I'm going to have to make for my blueprint points, which I was correct on. And I'm going to make that and I'm going to ship that in to the center vortex. Over the next few episodes, I'm going to change my pin task zone. Okay. Because in my tasks, that one is 4. Well, it actually depends. Yeah, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I need and I'm okay on this one, but if I need 5 of the same piece, let's just say a corner square of circle is on each one of these 5 levels, or a square, or a whatever. Okay, that means I need 5 pieces of that coming in. I can't just rely on 4, which means I have to redesign some of these tracks, you know, to bring in 4. And now I'm going to have the color mixer, which is going to give me 3 more colors. So I'm going to have to bring in more trains, bring in more red, bring in more green, because I need all of the green that I got coming in for the current ones. Then on top of that, I'm going to have to bring in probably, I'm thinking 4 cars of each color now. I'm thinking I'm going to have to do that. The pieces get more difficult. They get more complex up here. Yeah, here's one for you. Yeah, it's pins, so that's the next level, but 2, 3, 4, 5 levels with pins on top. Magenta is a mixed color. Cayenne is a mixed color. White is a heavily mixed color. And then the 2 gray pieces on top. So that, I mean, that becomes a difficult piece. I can't complete it because I don't have the pin pusher yet, but there are pieces that I can complete. You know what I mean? That magenta, cayenne, gray, cayenne, red, and white. Those, I need all those colors. So that's going to become kind of interesting. I'm going to pin a bunch of these tasks because I can now complete these. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 levels. Oh, 5 levels. 2, 3, 4, 5. And look at that. Just as I was saying, I need circles on all 5 levels, plus paint, plus, you know what I mean? I can probably get away with 3 colors of each. I'm going to go 4 though, just to cover my behind. And yeah, I'm going to need circles all the way up. That's, I mean, that's a fairly easy piece as it goes, but you now have to split it up, bust it up, paint this, paint that. It's not impossible to do, but I'm going to need a much bigger area. My pin task zone is much too small. So I'm going to make it, as I was saying, and I'm going to make it probably down here and then look around. I might move the pin task zone. I don't know. My blue was fairly far away, but I might bring in, you know, a bunch of other colors, a bunch more trains. I'm going to have to mix those colors. I have blueprints for the color mixer, by the way. So paint. I have the color mixer. Mix. It's for a 4 foundation. So I'm going to have to get foundations, which I should be able to do by the time I get to here. Right. So I'm going to be getting, you know, pin tasks, upgrades. I need the big foundation. 30, 90. Okay, well, I'm not getting that one right away. I need this one. I think that's the one I just finished looking at. Yeah. So there's that one. So that is paint coming in. I need storage for this one. So on the upgrades, I'm going to need paint storage. So 10 points. That shouldn't be too hard. Wait for another operator level, which I'll get in 11.6. You know, it's not going to take me long to get these. The first few anyways. Once I get a few more points, that'll be 10 more. I'll be able to get the fluid storage units, and then my paint mixing blueprints will work just fine. Okay. This one I do believe is for any color because it's one color in, one color in, mix it all up and then send it off storages and then send it off down the road. And that's fairly basic anyways. As far as I was concerned, it was fairly basic. But that'll do for today's show. Thank you very much for watching. I went a little long on this, but I wanted to complete the pin task. I wanted to complete that. I wanted to finish it off. But yeah. Or not the pin task, sorry, the my number 6. My number 6 milestone is done. And I'm shipping that off back to home, back to base. So anyways, that wasn't too bad. I got a little spread out on a couple of them. But for the most part, training in on somewhat of not really a main bus. I hate calling that a main bus because it's not, but a bus line of sorts. Secondary bus line. I don't know. Anyways, everybody, thank you very much. And we'll see you in the next one.